Then I go back, young boy, let me see your paperwork. He like, yeah, how much time? Like, when I'm going home?
Shit.
2073.
Cease.
And now all the gangster shit gone. The homies gone. The bitch is gone. Ain't nobody. So when I'm on there, I'm speaking from a place of trying to get niggas some real game. Because I'm going to tell you some shit, thug. It's lonely than a motherfucker in there. And when life goes on, your family dying. So when I'm seeing the young niggas, and certain niggas hit me, I DM and give them some game. I'll be trying to lay it on it because, like, I ain't the nigga that's going to say, here, young, and take this pistol. Take this package. I ain't going to put you on no dummy mission. And the problem is so many niggas is scared of y'all. I'm not scared of no young niggas because I'm not coming at you in the wrong way. I'm coming at you the way your daddy ain't come at you, the way your uncle couldn't come at you because them niggas was dead in prison. So I ain't going to be on the gram talking some sucker shit to you, just like I checked the young nigga in here. I don't know who it was. If like you rappers, like the artists, if you don't want to be an artist, take it to the streets. But don't bring the dumb shit in the game trying to prove that you're a fucking real nigga. And while you proving that you're a real nigga, you going to finesse yourself out of position and out of opportunity that can change your family and generations in your family life. Y'all getting money that niggas never got, thug.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Big Baby JTV, man. Like, comment, sub the video, man. This is a sad day. It's a sad day. And you know what? I'm releasing this video a bit late because I'm realizing it's important to wait. It's important to wait. Now, I'm probably going to put the video at the beginning of Wallo speaking to Thugger and a lot of the YSL clique. And I'll tell you why, because this story of Young Thug and all his crew, almost 29 of them getting the RICO, right? Now, if you don't know about the RICO, then, man, that's the racketeering indictment for continued conspiracy. Basically, this act was created in the 1980s or 1990s. Actually, 1980s, my bad. Not necessarily created, but adjusted in the 1980s to fight the mafia and the mob. Why? Because law enforcement, it could not take the mob down. They were too powerful. So what happened is the law enforcement said, hey, if you're any way associated with a crime, we gonna take you down, right? This was made for the mafia, man. Meaning that the police will literally create laws to put criminals out. Now, what happened with the RICO case? RICO basically made it happen that if you had any connection to a crime, let's say that somebody was going to get shot, right? And you bought the guns. You are indicted. You are part of the RICO and you will be charged as the dude who shot the person. Let's say you had organized, I don't know, somebody to get beat up after lunch, whatever. You are part of the RICO and you will get the same charges as a dude who beat that person up. What this whole RICO thing is doing is that Young Thug, right? Who is the main target of this RICO? Let's be real. These polices are clout chasers. They did it with the mob in the 1980s in New York, right? They did it with John Gotti because they couldn't touch him. They couldn't take him to jail. They did it with a lot of mafioso people in the 1980s to destroy the Italian mafia. Now, what's happening right now in hip-hop is they're doing this to popular, big hip-hop artists. We seen this happen. This happened to Wallo a few years ago, right? This happened to Bobby Shmurda a few years ago. That's the biggest example. The most recent big example is Tekashi 6ix9ine. They hit him with the RICO because they can't directly tie you to a crime. If you're anyways associated to crime, they put you down. How do they do that? How did they do this to Thugger? It's because of his lyrics and because of social media. Let me tell you something, man. If you're a gang member, if you're anyway doing some kind of crime, get off social media. Let's start with that. Okay, do not become a rapper. Let's go with that. Right? Now, I'm not saying that Young Thug did this. I'm not saying that even Gunna was associated to this. I'm just going to say this, right? These DAs, district attorneys that put on the RICO, these feds, to do all these RICO statutes. They're clout chasers, man. They're clout chasing. What does that mean? They want dudes who are famous and big so that they can build their career. They want to go home saying that I put away Young Thug, arguably the most popular hip-hop artist in the game right now. I put Young Thug in jail for 20 years. And guess what happens? That helps them promote their careers. This is not about justice. This is not about actually helping criminals. I've been helping victims, sorry. No, this is about clout and money. Because let me tell you this DA and that office in Georgia, right? Because this is Alabama, the state is Georgia. They've been looking at Young Thug and YSL since 2012. 10 plus year long investigation. 10-year investigation in this dude. You think that this was a coincidence that they got him a few days ago? No, they've been planning for this for 10 plus years. So I want y'all to go watch Bruce Rivers, the criminal lawyer, who breaks it down better than me. I'm not a judge. I'm not nobody who is a professional. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not an attorney. But I see the BS. That's why I do commentary. There's a big attack on hip-hop artists. Post Shiesty came out a few years ago, and guess what? They put him in jail within the first 3 months that he blew up. Right? Young Thug, they gave him 10 years in the game, and then they took him out. Right? YFN Lucci. Right? Casanova 2 times. Bobby Shmurda. Right? And y'all are still roasting Bobby for literally twerking on IG and dancing and having fun. Well, guess what? Y'all should clap for that, man, because at least he's not gangbanging. At least he's not trying to be a super thug. The reason they have Tekashi out there acting all gangster is because Tekashi is a federal informant. He works for them. He works for them. Right? Now, if Young Thug and YSL had been doing thug and gang activities, like Wallo was kind of talking about, then I'm sorry, man. Y'all messed up y'all chance. I'm so sorry. Right? And at the end of the day, you shouldn't be fumbling that type of bag. Young Thug had songs with Elton John, man. And I'm not trying to exalt Elton John, but Elton John is a great musician. Stick to music. If anybody's doing thug activity, then go away from them. Go away from them. Don't involve yourself. Yes, is the money slower and less in music? Yes, but guess what? You won't go to jail for 20 years for being a great musician. You'll get less money than being in the streets. You'll get less clout, less low-key respect. But guess what? I'll take less clout, less money, less respect for freedom. And guess what's going to happen? I don't think Young Thug is going to snitch. I don't think Gunna is going to snitch. I think one of the young boys on the labels is going to snitch. And they're going to help put Thugger away for at least 5 years. Minimum, hopefully. But probably longer than that. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below, man. Big Baby JTV. Like, comment, sub. I'm out, bruh.